Hello Dragons, and welcome to the October edition of Inside the Dragons. In this edition, you're going to see the ribbon cutting for our beautiful new elementary school, Blanche Sims. You will also see a wonderful lesson on monarch butterflies that took place at Scripps Middle School. Stadium Drive and our other elementary schools have included broadcasting and morning announcements, and they're doing a wonderful job. We can't wait for you to see what they're doing. The high school sign is finally completed along 24. On that sign, you're going to see messages from the high school and, of course, from the district. Lastly, the Community Homecoming Parade. It's something that everybody looks forward to, and we're so happy that it was a success, and thank you for watching.
Lake Orion Community Schools celebrated the remodeling project of Blanche Sims Elementary in October. The project started in 2022, and the school reopened just in time for fall, a couple of weeks prior to the ceremony. Starting off the event, Blanche Sims principal Ken News took the podium.
And I appreciate all of you coming out today to just mark this historic event, because it really is a historic event. Having just witnessed and seen a building that was up for 80 years, around there, was it 80 years? Around there, it really is historic. And then seeing the love that people had for the old building, wanting bricks, wanting memorabilia, it reminds me of how impactful your elementary experience is, that people remember it the rest of their lives. I think we had a man that was 95 years old and had actually Blanche Sims as a teacher. And that's why he wanted to visit the old building. And so he still had those fond memories. I always tell the teachers, they might not remember your individual lessons, but they'll remember how you made them feel. And those people who came to those events, it made them feel great to be part of Blanche Sims. That's why they came back. I don't think they just wanted to see it destroyed. I think they really had fond memories of the school. And I hope that we can create that same atmosphere here. A student not too long ago came in the building during the first week, and the student said, "Mr. Noose, I like our new school. It's like a museum." And I didn't know how to take that. Is that a bad thing or a good thing? Because I don't want to create a museum. I want to create a loving, nurturing place. So right now, it's the shell of Blanche Sims, and it's wonderful and it's great. But now we're going to make it home, and we're going to make it our own. So thanks for coming to celebrate this.
Next was the president of the Board of Education, Birgit McQuiston, highlighting the connection to the community.
Good afternoon. They say strong, vibrant schools are the cornerstone of a strong, vibrant community. We believe that to be true, and as a board, we are committed to the education of our students. 5 years ago, the Board of Education put forth a bond to the community that included funding for a new Blanche Sims. Our community responded positively to that bond election, and one of the results of that amazing support is the incredible building we have before us today. I want to thank our community for supporting the education of our young dragons. Our students are our future, and with the support of our community, our future is looking very bright. Thank you for being here to join us in celebrating our newest building that will serve our students and staff here at Blanche Sims Elementary School for decades to come.
Next was Superintendent Ben Kirby, who talked about the impact the building will have on the district's future.
Thank you, and GMB and all the design work and meeting with our team so regularly certainly was impactful for the final design. Wes and the DM Burr crew that really kind of pulled everything together. Once the dust finally settled, it had to be removed, and they did a great job of that and getting us prepared. And certainly the school staff, thinking about the end of last year, getting your many boxes packed and all of the things that needed to move to come to your new home, and then unpacking them systematically through Heidi's schedule, I might add, but to make sure that everything was put into place. And Wes Goodman for us, he's done a great job with having everything in order, and certainly Heidi being the person that continued to drive this project to what it is today. As Birgit mentioned, November of 2018, our community supported us at a very high level with a $160 million bond, and the theme of that bond was safer, smarter, and stronger. And when you look at Blanche Sims, and this is the largest project of that bond, at approximately $30 million that went into this. It all started with a team of us, whether it was staff members, myself, other administrators, a school board member that toured multiple buildings across the state to really take a look at some of the great things that are happening across the state and trying to bring that all to Blanche Sims, and I think we really did a nice job of that, and that design was created in 2021. This is approximately a 69,000 square foot building. There's 19 classrooms, and certainly those classrooms are smarter. We have those interactive panels for the innovative instruction throughout now. That certainly is making a difference with our classroom instruction. We have the extended learning spaces that you'll be able to see that really make a difference with collaboration and our students working together. The STEM classrooms, and certainly an updated media center that really makes a difference for our students. As far as safety, when you think of the old building and the new building, it's a significant difference with the secure entries and also the office space, the increased visibility with all of the windows and the cameras that surround the building, and then the number of communication devices and alert systems have been put in place. This is a much safer building than what our students had previously. If you look around the parking area, obviously we have our staff parking over here with equivalent number of spots. We have a parent drop-off loop, a bus drop-off loop. All of those things provide better safety for our students as they come and go to this great building. And as far as stronger, as the theme in the bond was, it's new infrastructure. It doesn't get any better than it was when we first opened. And also we're very thankful for the new playground that was put into place. Our students are definitely loving that, as well as all the new furniture that's in the classroom that's equal to the furniture across the district. So this amazing project complements the work that has been accomplished in the last few years. As you recall, Weber Elementary had an addition of about 26,000 square feet with a couple of extended learning centers, a STEM lab, and a new media center. The Early Childhood Center was opened in the fall of 2021. And that was a $13 million project with approximately 50,000 square feet as well. Stadium Elementary, they also got a new secure entry and a number of utility updates. Paint Creek has a secure entry now, as well as all the interactive panels that we have in our other school facilities. Pine Tree Center this summer also has a secure entry now, as well as some interior upgrades. So Scripps, Walden, and Oakview Middle School, they all now have secure entry, so we're really making some significant advancements with security. In summer of 2024, which feels like it's right around the corner, Walden and Oakview will have some interior projects, and some of that work will be done, and we'll start to finalize the Series 3, which is our final series, and start the planning of that in 2024. So this is definitely a great time to be a Dragon. So thank you for being here.
Finally, two of Blanche Sims' own students took to the task of cutting the ribbon, marking a new chapter of learning for the community. Scripps students had the joy of watching butterflies experience the life cycle this fall. In Miss Hunter's science class, students watched the metamorphosis through the stages from egg to caterpillar to cocoon to butterfly.
So our 8th grade unit is about adaptations and what adaptations help species survive. So we kicked it off with a specialist from Monarch Watch. As the monarch butterflies are threatened, we want to teach the kids about them and what their food source is, and kind of look at maybe what are the variables that are threatening the monarch butterflies. We had live specimens here. Why not kick off a unit with like something real that we can look at? So we've been watching the stages of them, the eggs to the caterpillars to the chrysalis and last week we released 2 butterflies into the wild, and so those are the generations of butterflies that are going to be heading to Mexico.
A specialist from Monarch Watch came to the classroom to discuss the cycle the monarchs undergo.
But most importantly, it is an indicator of the population decline of insects. And you may not think that's important, but I'm hoping I can change your mind on that topic by the end of our day. There are kids, I call my kids, they're crawling around on the plants. There is a monarch caterpillar or a milkweed tussock moth The milkweed tussock moth is furry. It has Halloween colors, and so does the monarch Halloween colors, black, white, and orange. Orange is our monarch color. And orange, by the way, signals to birds and prey that, hey, I taste bad. That's like the warning red light in the bug world, that I taste bad, because milkweed tastes bad. It has a sap in it that's very impalatable, but only impalatable to animals with tongues.
The students were fascinated by the small caterpillars clinging carefully to the leaves and following the process until the end.
Oh, they definitely moved a lot more than I thought they do, and there's I didn't know that the ones that I saw, I didn't know that they could be in that color and stuff. I thought they're usually just green.
And you learned that they don't all make it to the end, right?
Yeah.
That was
a
part of the.
A lot of them don't.
So we did have a few of them that didn't make it. They died at different stages, so we talked a lot in class about, well, what are the variables? And then they are charged with the task of thinking about, well, what could have been the variables that led to their success or to their death.
For the butterflies that reached the end, it was exciting for the students to have watched the process.
Transitions line up, okay. And then where you are just there, we'll put Miss Bistay's video in with you.
Stadium Drive's own Dan Dabrowski started the school's television station this semester. Dabrowski, the media center specialist, started it in pursuit of getting the students more education in the realm of news.
Thank you, Willa. Hi, I'm Clara, and this is Miss Bistay, and we're doing 3 quick questions. So, Ms. Bistay, how many years have you been teaching?
I have been teaching. This is my first full year. A few years back, I taught half a year in 4th grade, and I was the building sub here last year.
Oh, okay.
It teaches them vital communication skills with their teachers and their fellow classmates. They work together to create compelling stories to tell to other students at Stadium Drive. The TV station runs news stories 2 times a week, keeping the Stadium Drive community informed. Dabrowski edits them himself, creating fun-filled segments curated by what students want to tell their school. For many Stadium Drive TV members, this is their first time on camera. While intimidating at first, students absolutely loved it and blossomed in the spotlight. As part of the 2018 Lake Orion Community Schools bond projects, each school throughout the district received a digital sign to share messages with the community. As each school's project came online, the transition moved smoothly from the message sign with hand-placed letters to a digital version that can be controlled remotely. The update creates a wonderful opportunity for families and the community to understand important events at the school and highlight successes. In times where communication is important, like on snow days, it's a quick resource. For Lake Orion High School, it is the latest update to a familiar sign location on M24, sharing events from the high school and district to the community in the highest traffic area. The installation and activation in October was a significant step forward for communication within LOCS.
On the afternoon of Sunday, October 8th, families lined the streets of downtown Lake Orion for the annual homecoming parade organized by the high school student leadership class. The parade featured student athletes, clubs, and representatives of all Lake Orion schools, and of course, the marching band. Student advisor Lori Hogan introduced the crowd to this year's homecoming court.
And our first senior representatives, Haley Keogh and Kyle Winter. Haley and Kyle are both members of the leadership class. Kyle's a varsity lacrosse player, and Haley's a dancer at Elevate Dance in Oxford. Our next representatives are Allie Grund and Joey Hogan. Allie is a member of the leadership class as well as a dancer at Elevate. Joey Hogan is my favorite. He's a member of the leadership class, a varsity football player and a varsity baseball player. Again, say hi to Allie and Joe. Next up, we have Wesley and Ella. Wesley is a member of our video game club and esports, and Ella works here in downtown Lake Orion at Johnny Black's. Wesley and Ella. Next up, we have Megan and Michael. Megan Fox is a member of our cross-country and track team, and Michael Dracos is the president of National Honor Society, also a runner on the cross-country team and a member of the leadership class. Next up, we have Mario Barashai and Dory Suhai, both members of the Lake Orion Marching Band. They are not with the band today. They're representing the senior class on homecoming court.
On the evening of Thursday, October 12th, the ladies of the class of 2024 went up against the ladies of the class of 2025 in the annual Lake Orion High School Powder Puff football game. Following a juniors punt, the seniors start their first drive of the game on the juniors' 32-yard line. On 1st and 10 on the 15, quarterback Skylar Oswald hands off to Alexandra Fouts, who goes left, makes a cut, and outruns defenders to the end zone for the first score of the game. Soccer star Aaron Regalia's extra point is good, and the seniors are on top 7-0. On the ensuing drive, the juniors have a 2nd and 2 on their own 38. Mackenzie Tabish takes the snap, keeps it, goes wide left and races down the sideline. She jukes a defender at the 15 and goes 62 yards for the score. The PAT is good, and the juniors tie things up at 7 apiece with just under 9 minutes left in the first. With 5:40 left in the first, the seniors get the ball back and have a 1st and 10 on the juniors' 21. Skylar Oswald pitches the ball to Alexandra Fouts, who goes left, somehow evades tacklers and finds her way into the end zone. The point after was good, and the seniors regain the lead 14-7. Let's go to the second. The seniors have the ball on their own 20. On 1st and 10, Maddie Eckert pitches it to Erin Regalia, who weaves her way through defenders and goes 80 yards in for the TD. She tacks on the extra point to extend the seniors' lead to 21-7 with 11 minutes left in the second. The juniors need to find an answer quickly and line up on their own 48. On 1st and 10, number 60, Julia Kollick takes the handoff and goes wide right. She looks like she's toast at the 30, but she evades the tackle and goes the distance. A 52-yard TD, and this game is providing plenty of action. The PAT was good, and the juniors closed the gap 21-14 with 9:33 left in the second. The seniors get the ball back on their own 40, and on 1st and 10, Maddie Eckert takes the snap, pitches it to Fouts, who runs right, turns the corner, and outruns defenders on her way to her 3rd touchdown of the game. The PAT was good, and the seniors are once again up by 2 TDs, 28-14, with just over 6 minutes left in the second. With the first half winding down, the seniors are in the red zone, threatening to score. It's a reverse, and Fouts finds the end zone for the 4th time in the game. The PAT was good, 35-14 seniors. The juniors line up to kick off to the seniors to begin the second half. Fouts mishandles the ball, but picks it up at the 40 and takes off. She goes 60 yards in for the score and is the runaway candidate for MVP, 42-14, and the seniors are running away with it. With about a minute left in the third, the seniors are at the juniors' 37. On 1st and 10, Skylar Oswald takes the snap and fakes the pitch, avoids the sack, and just barely evades the defender as she crosses the goal line. The extra point was good, and that's how the game would end, 49-14, with the seniors claiming victory. On the evening of Friday, October 13th, the undefeated Lake Orion Dragons hosted the 2-5 Farmington Falcons during homecoming. The start of the game was delayed about an hour due to a widespread power outage earlier in the day. During Lake Orion's first drive of the game, the Dragons have the ball on Farmington's 22, facing a 2nd and 4. Quarterback T.R. Hill is under center. He takes the snap and hands off to Billy Roberson, who runs into a crowd of defenders but takes it outside and goes into the end zone for the first score of the game. The Hoffman PAT was good, and the Dragons are up 7-0 with 11 minutes left in the first. On the Dragons' next drive, Hill is in shotgun on Farmington's 30, facing 1st and 10. He takes the snap, keeps it, follows his blockers, and drags a defender into the end zone for the TD. The point after was no good, but the Dragons extended their lead 13-0 with 7:29 left in the first. On the Dragons' third drive of the first quarter, it's 1st and goal on the 6. Hill is under center and hands off to Ray Payne, who goes wide right and scampers into the end zone untouched. The PAT was good, and the score is 20-0 with just under 5 minutes left in the first. Let's go to the second quarter. The Falcons are threatening to score from Lake Orion's 12-yard line. On 2nd and 9, quarterback Julian Johnson is in shotgun. He fakes the handoff, rolls left, and hits Owen Madison in the end zone for the score. The Falcons are on the board. It's 20-7, Lake Orion. With 1:15 left in the half, the Dragons are facing a 1st and goal on the 15. Hill is in shotgun. He takes the snap and scrambles. He sees an opportunity down the sideline and takes off, reaching the end zone. A successful 2-point conversion makes the score 28-7 Dragons with under a minute to go in the half. But before the half can end, the Falcons get a 1st and 10 on their own 37 following a Lake Orion penalty. Julian Johnson is picked off by Peyton McIntyre, who returns it to the 23. On 2nd and 7 from the 20, Hill finds a wide open Billy Roberson in the end zone for Lake Orion's 5th touchdown of the first half. Lake Orion 35, Farmington 7. At halftime, the homecoming court was introduced to the crowd. Returning to Dragon Stadium were last year's King and Queen, Nick Noose and Grace Sullivan, who were instructed to crown the 2023 King and Queen, Mario Barashai and Dory Suhai.
All right, tell me what's going through your head. A lot of things. It's cold. I'm chilly. What about you?
My hands and feet are numb. I didn't think we would win. I'm excited though. That's all.
What was your reaction when you heard your names mentioned?
I don't even remember. No thoughts are running through my brain, I don't think.
Mine was, oh my God. That's just really anything you want to say to your classmates?
Thank you
so much.
Thank you so much for the people
This is
who
amazing.
voted.
And thank you to the Performing Arts Program.
Yes,
We appreciate it a lot.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Let's get back to the game. With 9:46 left in the third, the Dragons have a 1st and 10 on their own 37-yard line. Hill is under center. He hands off to Billy Roberson, who goes up the middle and turns on the Jets on his way to a 63-yard touchdown. The extra point was good, and that's how the game would end, 42-7 Dragons.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next month. Go Dragons!
Inside the Dragons is produced by the Lake Orion Community Schools in partnership with Orion Neighborhood Television. For up-to-date news and information about the Lake Orion Schools, visit our website at lakeorionschools.org and watch us on Comcast Educational Access Channel 22 and AT&T UVerse Channel 99.